大家长朱永昌，我们经文处的副处长，然后Takeo's Deputy General Director Mr. Chu, and we also have a lot of our friends that will come over here to celebrate, and then so thanks to John, YK, and Hans, right? So now we have our old friends from Natia, so our friends and family coming here. I'm going to go one by one after this slide to introduce our VIP guests, right? So without waiting further, let's jump into the topic. I think one more thing I need to say. Okay, so the top three tables over here, John, specially arranged for our guests, right? So we have our Natia Silicon Valley whole team leadership over here, led by Shanghe Li, Dr. And then we have our GATTD, which is our second session, the main people, right? So Dr. YK Chen, John Yu, and then all our leadership, including us over here. And then, okay, great. And then the third table over here is our Chao Rongyu Zi, right? So we have our biggest brother, right? So 钟正元钟大哥, right? Okay. 吴医师, 吴一鸣吴医师, 还有蓝医师, 司机. And 我们有我们的林正元林律师. Okay, so three tables are going to. We're going to go over our topic now. All right, so my name is Yang Yaohong, Yaohong Yan, right? So today the topic over here to share with you guys is what is happening, right? So Natia headquarters. So share with our friends and family, right? What is happening in the industry, and at the same time, right? So what's happening within Natia? So you're going to see the trend, industrial trend, with regarding the culture of inclusion. Anybody heard about it? Most famous things in the United States in the industry. Culture of inclusion, so we're going to talk about it, right? So the second thing is our famous Natia playground, right? So our playground. What is this playground about? It started from 2017, right? So fostered by our Rockwell, Chen Zhou right? So and then our Zhang Yu and many of our ex-presidents, right? So that's how it started. Why are we talking about playground? Because very related to our later on developments, including Silicon Valley, including the regional chapters, including the GATTD, which is the topic of the day. And then we're going to give you a little bit hint about the junior Natia. Okay? All right, for saying that. Can you hear me? Okay, all right, so I'm going to play this, okay? Back to Q1 2024, Dr. John Yu and YK Chen asked me, hey, we have a group of people interested in promoting, right? So democracy, and we are all engineer and technology background, right? So and we started this small interest group with a special interest back in Q3 2023, and now it's about the right time to demonstrate it over to our teams, right? So. And then this is how it starts, right? So we're like, yeah, so what does this looks like? Okay, special interest group as Natia as a bylaw, we wrote it inside, right? So, we're going to do that. And then we say, hey, so this is also related to our playground, right? So playground, Natia as a playground, we foster all the people who want to do anything connecting Taiwan to the US and mainstream society, right? So we welcome to do that. And the third one persuaded me is the leadership pipeline. Again, go back to Rockwell, right? So again, fostered by John and many of our presidents, right? So we say, hey, so leadership pipeline, focus on people, right? So people. So we have a lot of industry leaders, say top 10 companies, the CEO is all from say India, right? So Taiwan is doing good, right? So how can we foster our leadership in the future, right? So two, in every aspect, see all the leaders over here, right? So to lead our industry, to lead our nonprofit society, to lead our company. So, and I realized that the fact that we're already doing it unconsciously. What is that? There's Natia, Arizona chapter. So John did an excellent job at that time, 2013. So everybody knows what happened, right? So TSMC came to the Arizona. I still remember the first time TSMC, the Fuchangzang, right? So coming over here, so sitting upstairs with John and us, right? So we're hosting them. They don't know what they are facing. We know they don't know they are facing, and we are helping them. Right? And later on, so Arizona, July the 1st, 美西夏令营, right? So USA West, right? So summer camp. 3 days after that, in the 美西夏令营, right? So Arizona chapter was formed personally by John, and then I still remember that time I was the deputy of John, right? So VP, and say, hey, so we have 15 people going to go there. On that day, Arizona, 50 people. And then today, I mean, actually, last quarter, I got updated 150 people. And then working with Wistron, right, Wistron. So we are sending a lot of good software engineers into the university, helping them to solidify the infrastructure over there. So we say, hey, we're going to help it. Hey. People heard about two things, right? So playground, people heard about a leadership pipeline. Right, so what is this playground actually is, right? So, guys, we are all kids, right? So what is the best thing you like when you're a kid? You want to go to the 公园, right? So you want to the playground, right? So it doesn't matter if the 公园, you like it or not, the park, you like it or not. Maybe the toys, I mean, all the facilities are rusted, and then, right, so it's going to get you bruised, right? So there's bad kids over there, right? You want to go. Your mother want to pull you back, you don't want to come back. Why? Because of the playground, right? So Natia at that time, we say, hey, we foster this environment. How do we do that? We're doing it through the SICOM, through the SIG, we call it Special Interest Group, right? So anybody has any special interest, right? So say software, say hardware, say bio, right? So say right now, democracy. So this is how we foster it. So that's our belief, our culture, and this is our approach, right? So and this is mission based. Now, second thing, if you see our 30 years annual book, right? So Rockwell, John, and all these people compiled. Right? So it's our chapter presidents, right? So one thing they said a lot. I mean, sometimes too much, but a lot, right? So it's a leadership pipeline. So what is the leadership pipeline matters? So say, hey, so we do a lot of events, a lot. But what is that event going to help? Right? So look at again, our top 10 industry, right? So 6, 7 of the CEOs come from the one country, which is good. How do they foster that? So that's a leadership pipeline. So we are going to do, Nadia is doing, right? So a lot of our前辈们, right? So it's here helping us doing that. And we say we're going to solidify it by doing what? By doing MDD. So some of you guys heard about it, right? So what is that MDD about? MDD, anybody remember? Yeah.
MDD management direction by similar DMV.
Very good, very good.
When you go to the capital US and we need to purchase the license and then
Thank you, Jian. You're awesome, right? So guys, remember when this is like once we're kids, right? So once we are the 留学生, right? Go to US. What do we want? Two things. US CIS, right? So you gotta get the right, so your visa. 2, you gotta get your driver's license. Right? So DMV is what you want, right? So you say, hey, DMV, you want to do it. And how about your personal career? Right? So I think our friends in India are doing great. Their kids, I mean, so doing awesome. Right? So we have Rajiv over here, right? So their kids is doing very, very awesome. Right? So when they're young, they already formed the nonprofit association, STEM or not, right? So they already culture their leadership. How about Taiwanese? Let's do it as well, right? So you see Jonathan and Edward, right? Where's Jonathan? Edward. All right. That's the part about Young and Tia, right? So they are here to help us and help a nonprofit. So between the industry and between a nonprofit, we'll culture our talents, right? So in every directions, right? So Yeah, so I'm going to go back a little bit about the culture of inclusion. 大家都知道，最近台湾有很大的公司到美国来，说中文对，所以很多的 culture 上面的问题，对不对？ So culture is the problem. So culture of inclusion is not only the problem for Taiwanese company, but it's also the problem for the U.S. company. So I think last week somebody tried to find me, cannot find me, right? So I was actually keeping hostage with a lot of MDVPs in the company, right? So doing what? Training, specifically training for culture of inclusion. Culture of inclusion. Why? So because to diversify. Nadia SB is doing so good, right? So we have a female president, we have a female board of directors, right? So we have all this young, right? So leadership is happening. So let's dig in for today's event. Let's dig in. Okay, so we are happy. Happened before 2018, 19. Right? So all these good events, right? So we even actually go to the event and helping people, our members, to get married. All right, so people ask us, hey, so Nadia, what did you do? So what did you do? So starting from 2016, 17, it might be a little bit wrong because this is coming from AI. Okay, so I found some of it. So I asked the AI to do a summary. Hey, what does Nadia do? So between 2016 to 2023, that's how it generates. I corrected a little bit. Don't trust AI. Okay. All right. So we do IoT, we do AI, we do digital transformation, we do 5G. Gary's here, right? And then YK is part of all this. YK is part of all this. I mean, our CEO for the JDB is part of all this. That's really nice, right? Okay. And then we have the semiconductor guys. 2000 semiconductor. Okay, not okay, right? So I still remember we are running all this. It's all software oriented, right? So then they go, it's like, hey, so apply. Sorry. So Nadia. So our UTHF always like a 3, 4, 5 years ahead from the industry. At that time, right? So when we say the digital twin, right? So couple years happened. We say 5G, 2019, couple years happened, right? So semiconductor, don't need to mention, right? And then now, so 21, 22, 23, between after Gary, right? So we have Rex, we have Joseph, we have Chemi, right? So and then later on we have President Xiang He, right? So we're doing all the 半导体电动车 blockchain and then all the EV additional, right? So what is happening right now? Everybody see the blockchain, right? So Bitcoin, right? So huge, right? So when it's $16,000, we think it's expensive. How much is it? Last week, 60K, right? So this is what Nadia does, right? So we open it up, all this industry trend for the frame. Next thing, what we're going to do, we're going to foster more horizontally. Under YK, under John, under Hans, and then Francis for sure, to push us further for this JTED. We want a little bit. 1991. Who remember what is 1991, John? What happened?
More here at that time.
Okay, 1991. Right, so that's when this Nadia, right, so it started, right, so 1991, see all these old photos, the first preparation meetings and first announcement, right, so 到今天已经几年了，到今天33年, 33 years, right, okay, what happened in between? See all this, you see all our UTHF and NFIC, right, so from the old days, I remember I had a friend told me, when they get together in a Nadia meeting, they bring the papers. And they're reading the papers. And I'm like, wow. Those like face. I said later on, when YK and then Jesse and all Rockwell, when they're running the UTHF, we're more inclusive. We're open up. All the people come in and enjoy and play. That's the beginning of the playground. And then you see later, so what happened to the Chao Wei Hui? I think we have Luis also over here. So helping, working with us. Now, Nadia worked with Samhui, started to have this high-tech, right, 产业论坛, right? So all together, so we're bringing all this AI, semiconductor, all this different technology, bringing back with our technology segment within the Taiwanese, bridging Taiwanese and the US, okay? So then what's next? Okay, so we are keep on growing our local chapters. Again, Silicon Valley, we are based right over here from 16, 17, 18, all the way until now. Warriors, right? So you guys know we have a UT Startup Day hosted by President Shamali and the team. We have 200 seats, right? So and we oversold 600 tickets, 500 something, right? So, and I have all over the US people want to join us for that event, right? So awesome job. So same thing is started happening in our Arizona. Our headquarter vice president and also chapter president Erica C.C. Gould, so John. So they are having multiple events, and then later on you see the Illinois, Chicago chapter, right? So President Xi Jinping, South California, and then we have Ottawa, and then we have Dallas, and keep on coming up. So we're reviving. Again, it's becoming a true playground. So I'm not going to talk too much about JTTD because the YK is going to cover all, right? We like it. We want to announce the setup. And then just keep it a little bit secret, right? So we just have some sponsorship and some proposal connecting the STEM students between US Taiwan. We're going to recruit even more to start as a junior Nadia. So we see a lot of people, right? So we have senior members all the way from Professor Li's Bian John, and all the friends until very well-established industry leaders. Now, we also have the very young, right? So the professionals all the way until from the national level, from the startup, from the VCs, from MBAs. But we saw we're missing portion of it, the middle portion of it. Gary, our headquarter VP, right? His daughter is running this event, right? So hosting together with Google's AI expert. They are the parents of these juniors. They want to see their kids. They want to work with their kids. Give a quick example. 2 weeks ago, Cindy and I were in the church, right? So next to Taiwan Huiquan. Okay. So everyone said, hey, how come北科大校长 is there? How come 台大社会科学院院长 is there? So after chat with them, and then a couple of years ago, how come Kaohsiung科大校长 is here? So they are here to visit their kids, right? So similar things, right? We also want to work together with our kids, but everybody, you are experts, right? When you teach your kids, what happens? Do they listen to you? Right? They don't listen to you, right? When they go to school, they listen to a friend, listen to the teacher. So what we're doing over here is we've got we secured the proposal, we secured the funding, and we actually put together talents who want to have this junior Nadia and their parents as willing to teach robotics, AIs, semiconductor, bio, right? So we are going to have all this happen. And then when the Serena actually successfully hosted the first event, right? So with multiple our kids, right? So actually kids sit quietly and listen, and then respond, and they're like, "How come Serena, you did not pick my idea?" So they are engaging, right? So I'll keep it a little bit incubation mode, right? So but for today's event, I want to give it back over to the JTTD. So for YK and then Hans and then all you guys that we go over. So again, thanks to everybody, especially our Natia's old friends, family, right? So Silicon Valley, Arizona already done, right? So Chicago is going rising up. South California coming up. John asked me to use SC. I think this is South California, South Carolina, right? So that's fine. We'll give it SC. And Dallas and Ottawa, so keep on coming. So welcome guys and joining us for this playground. And then I think we also need to thank Angela for helping all these things, right? So a lot of background, right? So our finance, our church, our sponsorship is coming from Angela. We'll introduce Angela. Okay. All right, so I guess that's my morning. Thank you.